like, let's look at like who your main characters in here. This is who you're going to get a healthy dose of, right? This is who you're going to get a healthy dose of. Like, obviously, Odysseus, right? He's a king. He's a king, right? He's a king of Ithaca. And dude is known because he's just like, he's mad clever. He's very resourceful. He's a very proud king. He can be very manipulative. He's very enduring. And he's considered by some to be the first literary anti-hero, right? He literally the first literary anti-hero. And something else they need to mention about him, like a side note, is that he talks mad shit. Like ridiculous, man. Like tone down the shit talking, man. Like I mean, really, because the shit talking, like it did lead to other problems. It wasn't like you were just talking shit and nothing came of it. Like the shit talking led to other problems in real time. Like, so we can be honest about this, man. We can be really honest about this, right? Okay, like sometimes you got to know when to hold them. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to know when to fold them. You know, you got to know when to walk away, and you have to learn when to shut the fuck up, okay? Those are important traits that everyone should know. When to shut up, okay? And then the next one is Penelope. And Penelope has got to be, man, like she's one of the most like kind of diminished or dismissed characters in mythology, right? Like honestly, man, because like all these dudes are like, look, bitch, you need a husband, okay? Greek law says that you're gonna have to marry one of us, and whoever of the us you marry is gonna now have all the kingdom. And she's like, I'm trying to keep this until my son can come of age. If nothing else, she's like, I believe in my husband. And she did, right? She believed in her husband. But she was like, I'm trying to hold it down for my son. And we knew, you know how it is. When the new king comes in and I take over and I'm on smash time now, I got to kill this little dude, right? We know how it goes. It's going to be an accident and you're going to have a son with me and I just took over. And that's how it goes, right? It puts his life in jeopardy. So these dudes were like, yeah, we're in here. They're like, talk sweet. Like, look, girl, you know how it is. You know, treat you right and all that, right? And just like, come on, let's choose me. And they just eating all the food, man. And this is, like I said, this is a story like the layers of like, you know, Greek culture or understanding like how it's going down in Greek culture. Because Greek people, you gotta make me understand this part right here. Because I get how it was being leveraged against her, but Jesus Christ, how? How did that happen? Like, why was this the rule? She had to endure this, right? Again, Greek culture will have to speak on that. I'm sure you guys can completely educate me in a while. But this is what she was dealing with, like in real time. Every night, you know, she was like, you know, I'm gonna knit this. Like, she was knitting or crocheting something that, you know, once she got this week, it was a funeral shroud. Yeah. So because they're like, yeah, he dead. Okay. That's what they were saying. He's been gone. He dead. He ain't coming back. It's over. Just forget about it. So she's like, okay, since I'm in mourning now, tradition says that I have to knit this funeral shroud, right? And once I get this funeral shroud completely done, then I'll be ready to marry somebody. And she just kept like doing it. So they're watching her all day. She's doing it all day. And then at night, she's going back and unballing all this shit. So they have to start all over again. They don't notice. So, but they're like, look, I'm getting tired of this shit. This is where all these dudes, like all these Greek lords, like, I'm getting tired of this shit. And they're all talking together. They're all like, look, she's going to have to choose one of us. We're cutting down on trees. We're eating up all her cattle. We're slaughtering cattle every day, whatever. Like, she better choose someone or it's going to be in ruin. And they're all conspiring against her. So she has to move like, right? She's sugar red, man. She's moving. She's kind of just, you know, using her wit to keep these powerful men kind of engaged, right? Keep them at bay with her intelligence, right? She doesn't use force. She doesn't have the military because who left with a bunch of the soldiers? I'm going to sit here and figure out if anyone knows who left Ithaca and took all the soldiers with them. Why don't we have any soldiers? Man, it would be nice to have soldiers right now. Don't you guys all wish we had? Remember we used to have soldiers? Okay, you understand what I'm talking about? You understand what I'm talking about, Odysseus, right? Again, yeah, you're the smart guy. I'm simply saying, like, leaving your home with no soldiers is a bad move. It's not a good look, right? And you see what happened. She didn't have the force to get these fools up off the block, right? She had to endure this, right? And then, of course, there's his son, right? And his son is like, man, you know, I'm coming up, man. I'm finally, you know, yeah, it's going to be my kingdom. And you see all these dudes, you know how it is. Stepdads start coming around. You guys know what it's like, man. Stepdad's coming around. You're like, that ain't my daddy, right? We know how it goes, right? That ain't my daddy. He's like, yeah, I ain't your daddy. You know that conversation? Yeah, I ain't your daddy. all right? Just so you understand that I ain't your daddy, okay? This is my shit now. And this is basically what they were doing to him. Like, he was getting threatened, and he's like, I ain't having it. For all that would be said about this young man, he was strongly, I ain't having it, right? You're not punking me in my own house. Like, he was like, I'm not having it, right? So this dude was like, young dude, he's standing up for himself, right? And then, of course, there's Athena, right? And Athena is the goddess who favors Odysseus. And totally makes sense because he's a very cerebral guy, right? He's all about using his gray matter. And, of course, Athena's going to worship that. Like, not worship that. She appreciates that, right? That's one of the divinities she represents. So he's in line with the type of thinker that, you know, Athena would reward. So she repeatedly intervenes for him. This is a good thing, right? This is a good thing, okay? We got some issues we need to talk about though, okay? If I'm gonna be fair to you, Odysseus, it's good that Athena is on our side, okay? But we have this Poseidon problem. And here's the thing. He hates you, man. Like, what? Yeah, Poseidon told me, man. Like, I was at a party with Poseidon last week, and he was like, I hate that fucker so much. And I'm like, why you hate Odysseus? This is what I'm saying. I'm like, why you hate Odysseus, right? Like, what's wrong with Odysseus? Like, man, he killed my son, man. He killed my son, the Cyclops, man. He killed my son. And that's why he hates you. And he's going to try to get your ass every single chance that he gets. And here's the problem. I don't know if you noticed, but he's the Lord of the Sea. And you're on a boat. And you're on the sea. And I'm just telling you, man, if you make it in 10 years, you're lucky. If the fact that you get back, give a damn it took you a decade to make like a 3-week trip. Forget that part, right? Forget it took you 10 years to take like a 2-week trip. If it was, they got all packed up and went over there, right? So it wasn't that far. So we going on 10 years, right? So I'd be like, look, girl, he dead, okay? Like, or he ain't coming back. You know, he hooked up with Circe over there, and look, for a lot of people, that would have been it. Like, there is no, I'm leaving Circe. You realize that, even being a king, a lot of people are like, I ain't leaving Circe. I am not leaving Circe, right? Okay. So this is what everybody's doing. Like Poseidon, you got Athena, so you got like the two mega powers, right? This is like Mega Streisand versus Mecha Streisand. This is like the two top Godzilla models of all time going ahead of each other. And they've been after it before, man. These two have had beef before, right? You know, do these two names, many of these two names from another mythology of like Medusa, the Gorgon, like these two have had to bump heads before. There's already a little bit of tension there, right? And now he's like, I hate Odysseus. And she's like, Odysseus is under my protection. And this totally makes sense. He represents this chaotic force of the sea. She represents wisdom, right? Wisdom and planning. And this is what Odysseus is, man. He's a thinker, right? So he comes out the box and he's ready to do it, right? But like I said, Odysseus, you're talking too much trash, and it's gonna come back and get you sometime. It often does, right?